Ow. The sudden sound of someone banging fiercely on the door brought Natsui to her senses. She had probably nodded off in the study while planning how they would overcome the next day. But what could it be? At a time like this? More importantly, the knock itself was strange. If someone had wanted to contact her, they could have just used the internal phone line. She had told them that she would be here. Realizing that something strange was going on, Natsui shook her head one more time. Natsui shook her head one more time, completely throwing off her drowsiness. Golden Steer, they just found out, didn't they?
Eva desu. Shikyū, 重要なお話があります.
It was Ava's voice. What is this? I thought I told them to lock the doors and windows of the mansion tightly after everyone left for the guest house. So why is Ava here? Natsui ran up to the door, responded with a small knock, and spoke through the door in a quiet voice.
何事ですか、想像し。夏日姉さん？なんでこんな時間にあんたがお父様の書斎にいるのよ。静かになさいと申し上げています。当主様が何よりも沈黙と静寂を好まれることをお忘れですか。今はそんなこと言ってる場合じゃないのよ。ご宅はいいからとっととここを開けなさい。お父様を出して。当主様は先ほどお休みになられたばかりです。何のご用か存じませんが、明日私が伺います。あんたなんかに用はないわよ。いいからさっさとここを開けなさい。
Sometimes, all one's schemes and assumptions can fall apart due to the most direct, simple, and emotional strategies. This is bad. If I open the door, Ava will probably throw herself forwards and rush into the study. Now, I can't even open this door. At that moment, the phone suddenly rang. It's alright. Both of the keys to the study are here. No one can open this door. Natsui inched away from the door and grabbed the receiver.
もしもし、夏日です。
私だ。まずいことになった。急いで客間に降りてきてほしい。
It was from Klaus. His tone was strained. What in the world happened?
バトラ君とあのエリカという客人が魔女の碑文を解いて
Oh! I am so excited for this chapter. I'm so excited for the chaos that this chapter is going to have.
それは。
Oh, sorry, Natsui.
ルドルフたちが押しかけてきている。
Sorry, Natsui. Sorry, I'm gonna slap myself real quick. And I'm gonna let her say her full line.
それは本当に
And back to Klaus. Rudolph and the rest have forced their way in.
これからバトラ君が全員立ち会いのもとに黄金の場所に案内すると言っている。
書斎の扉の前でエヴァさんが開けろと騒いでいます。今開けたら書斎の中に押し入ってくるかもしれません。
わかった。私もそこに行く。エヴァには構わぬ。何もせずにそこにいるんだ。扉の前からエヴァを追い払ったら合図するからすぐに出てきたまえ。いいな。
Right after that, Klaus came up the staircase, accompanied by Genji. A heated debate started between him and Ava. Open up! No, calm down. In the middle of that, there was a small knock as a signal. Klaus had skillfully pushed Ava away from the door and distracted her. During that gap, Natsui slipped out of the study and quickly shut the door. Ava noticed this and her face twisted in disappointment. But the heavy sound of the auto lock had already rung out, and the door had been sealed.
碑文の黄金が見つかったのよ。お父様にご報告するのが筋でしょうが。それとも何？お父様にはそれを伝えられない都合でもあるの？
Claus and Natsumi are fucked.
親父殿からは床についたら何があっても起こすなと厳命されていてね。それを守るのは当主代行の務めだよ。そうだろう、源氏さん。
はい、親方様のお休みは何があろうとも乱すことは許されません。
それも時と場合によるでしょうが。だって碑文が解けたのよ。お父様には真っ先に知る権利があるわ。
もちろん明日当主様には全てを私たちから報告します。それが当主代行である私たちの役目ですから。
そんなの知らないわよ。いいからこの扉を開けなさいよ。お父様に会わせなさい。お父様、お父様、聞こえていますか？エヴァです。ここを開けてください。話してよ。痛い。
私たちが話を聞くと言っている。やかましく扉を叩くな。
話してよ。話しなさいよ。
クラウス様、エヴァ様。
Thank you, Genji, for stepping in.
親方様がお休み中と申し上げております。これ以上はお控えください。
When Genji spoke firmly, the two finally ceased their scuffle. It seemed that Genji, the one who had spoken for Kinso since they were very young, still possessed an air of dignity strong enough to handle both Klaus and Ava. Go Genji! Ava put her argument aside for the time being. She could worry about that after seeing the gold with her own eyes. After all, not even she had yet seen it for herself, this time. Natsumi and the others had managed to deal with the crisis somehow. However, the demon's move, which would sneer upon their efforts, was already in motion.
バトラが碑文の謎を解いたというのか?
The song that's playing right now is Organ Short, number 200 million in C minor.
エリカなる娘にだいぶ助けられたとはいえ、たどり着いたのはバトラーだった。エリカは黄金鏡の権利を放棄すると宣言している。よってバトラが黄金鏡にたどり着きし者だ。
運命とは実に面白いものです。バトラ様がたどり着くとは。
どうするのです、ベアト。碑文の謎を解く者が現れたなら儀式は取りやめる約束ですよ。
そういう取り決めであったな。
そういう取り決めだ。
バトラ様はどうやら黄金鏡の主となられるおつもりがないようだ。我らの主となる者はもはや現れぬようですな。
それもまた運命です。ゴールドスミス教とのご縁で人間の世界に権限して数十年。とても楽しい時間でしたよ。
But wait, since Valor sold the epitaph, doesn't that mean Valor gets everyone then? Wait a second. Hold on! Valor found the gold! Valor Beatrice confirmed?! I mean, with the logic of Ava Beatrice, yes, it does make sense that there would be a Valor Beatrice and that the furniture would go to Valor. Like, I think so, yeah? Oh. Valor does not intend to become the master of the Golden Land. He might change his mind, though. Never say never. There's still a chance for Valor Beatrice. There's still a chance for Valor Beatrice. Oh my god. You know what? I'm curious. I'm actually curious for a Valor Beatrice because He's a guy who denies magic. Would he accept himself becoming a witch? Would he actually accept that? Oh, I'm actually getting ready to see what happens here, because if he doesn't denounce magic, he's going to become Valor Beatrice. No, wait. Angie still doesn't believe in magic, but she still, has a belief in magic. She doesn't believe in fantasy, but she still has a belief in magic. So she did become Angie Beatrice. So Valor, if he comes to the same understanding that Angie had with magic, he could become Valor Beatrice. Okay. That's all if I am correct with my reasoning for there being a chance that Valor Beatrice could be a thing based off of what happened with Ava in episode 3. That's all based on the facts that if a similar thing happens to Valor, which it might not happen because he does deny magic. So, Beatrice, oh my god. Beatrice may be confirmed, may not be confirmed. There's only one way to find out. I just gotta keep on reading. Beatrice. I'm sorry, but I actually find that to be kind of amusing. Beatrice. I'm sorry.
やだ、リア。ババ臭い。で、どうするわけ？リーチェとゴールドスミスのルールなら、バトラが碑文を解き、主となることを選ばない以上、私たちはこれでお役御免じゃないの？
そうであるな。私に未練は何もない。いつでも呼吸とすげ蹴落とされる覚悟はできておるぞ。
Cotius? What is that a form of the underworld? Wait, what is that? Cocytus. And cocytus is cocytus, or cocytos, literally limitation, is the river of wailing in the underworld in Greek mythology. Cocytus flows into the river Acheron, on the other side of which lies Hades, the underworld, the mythological abode of the dead. There are 5 rivers encircling Hades, the 6, Pulesgathon, Lethe, Acheron, and Cocytus. I butchered the other rivers. But since Kinzo only mentioned Cocytus, I'm only gonna say Cocytus, and for the rest, please correct me down in the comments below, because I know I butchered them. I'm sorry to all you out there that love mythology. I definitely butchered the pronunciations of the rivers of Hades.
待て、そうはいかぬ。そなたの心残りはないかもしれぬが、わらわはまだ夏日に仕えておるぞ。バトラが碑文を解いたからお役御免では、あまりに義理を書くというもの。魔女は契約違反を許さぬが、不義理もまた許されぬ。
でしょうな。親族会議を終えるまでは、きっちりとお使いするべきでしょう。
となると、ゴールドスミス教ももうしばらくはお役御免とはなりませんね。無事に親族会議を乗り越え、せめて夏日様にお別れの挨拶と。もしできるなら、これまでの努力をねぎらわれるべきかと。
あれもよく愚足を支えてきたものよ。
貴様など片葉をもがれた打天使ではないか。揃わぬ翼なら置き土産に捨てていけ。
うん、それもよかろう。夏日ならば我が翼を背負うにふさわしいかもしれん。しかしここからが正念場となるぞ。褒美は用意した。無事にこの試練を乗り越えてみよう。夏日。
Oh man. I'm gonna be rooting for Natsuki. I'm gonna be rooting for her. All the way. I'm gonna root for her. And now, let's see the adults' reactions to the gold. Oh, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. I cannot wait for the chaos that's going to unfold. Here we go. Happiness of Marionette. Bonus. The mountain of gold left everyone speechless. Regardless of how strongly they had believed in its existence, no one could look at this much real gold and not be shocked.
こんな場所があるなんて。
信じられん。おやつめ。
The person who probably looked for the gold the hardest. I'm gonna be honest here, I bet Klaus looked the hardest for the gold. Just for his fucking nephew to get it. Everyone was stunned by the gold. The first one to break the silence and jump around in ecstasy was Hideyoshi. Letting out an excited laugh, he clung to the wall of gold. Oh, I would love to see that. You know what? I would love to see an image of Hideyoshi hugging the gold. I bet that's in the manga. I bet that's in the Umineko manga. Gosh. If only the episode 5 volumes were not so damn expensive. And he felt the cold, hard touch of it all over his cheek.
これはすごいで。ほんまもんやで。
I mean, if I found $20 billion of gold, I definitely could, you know, get enough money to buy the entire Umineko manga set. You know what? I could probably buy the rights to the Umineko manga and actually reprint it. Okay, I should not be throwing shade at. Yeah, no, I should not be throwing shade in the middle of this video. Even though that is a good plan with the gold, actually reprint the books for once.
Oyaji me, こんな黄金をこんなふざけたところに溜め込みやがって。
これだけあればもう何も怖くない。どんな試練だって乗り越えられる。ローザー
What, you're going to Rosa?
姉さん
Okay, this is so surreal right now.
これで私たちは幸せになれるよね。
This is so surreal right now. Ava and Rosa started walking towards each other at the same time and hugged each other as they broke down crying. What the fuck? Okay, that's uncanny. That's just uncanny there. Ecstasy and shock, wonder and sighs. After stepping forward in front of the pile of gold that caused these mixed emotions, Erika spoke as though she were an announcer in some show.
この世が金なら、この黄金は幸せの結晶です。おめでとうございます、皆さん。この発見が皆さんの人生をより豊かなものにすることを心よりお祈りいたしております。
脱帽だわ。
I also do.
この島に来て丸一日さえ過ごしてないあなたが碑文を解いてしまうなんて。
一日で解けないなら何日をかけようとも解けません。灰色の脳細胞はひらめきを与えるのにまばたきする以上の時間を必要としませんので。そして私一人ではこの謎を解くことはできませんでした。バトラさんの功績もどうか称えてあげてください、皆さん。
Oh, here you go. The shit's about to stir. She's stirring the shit right now. Can't wait for it all to explode.
私はこの発見を放棄します。推理が正しかったことが証明されただけでもう満足していますので、黄金発見の功績のすべてをバトラさんに譲りたいと思います。私はここにおりますが、イボはいないものとしてどうぞお話をお続きください。
Oh, she is gonna relish in the chaos she's about to cause. She's gonna be so happy as she's watching everything go down. oh, she's gonna relish in just the chaos that the family members are gonna have in regards to, you know, the fact that Balor might be the new head now because he found the gold. Oh, man. She's just like that one uncle during Thanksgiving dinner who mentions politics during the middle of... Okay, I should refrain from talking.
バトラさんはいとこの皆さんに気づかれぬように大人の皆さんだけを呼び出しました。それが意味するところはただ一つ。皆さんに本当の親族会議を開いていただきたいからに他なりません。
エリカ、勝手に仕切るんじゃねえ。
これは失礼しました。それでは議事の進行役を譲ります。では誰に？
Anyone open? Shrugging, Erika looked around at everyone. After a short period of silence, Ava made the first move. Here we go.
昼間の取り決め、全員忘れてないでしょうね。
Smileless Sourier.
ああ、4人で25億ずつを山分けだ。そして次期当主にはさらに100億。
お待ちなさい。黄金の発見が次期当主を決めるなどと誰が決めたのですか？
おっと、そうはいかんで、夏木さん。これまでずっとそれを前提に話を進めてきたはずやで。今さらそれは白々しいとちゃうんか？
そうだわ。使用人の誰かが碑文を解いてしまって次期当主を名乗るかもしれないって怯えてたのは夏日姉さんじゃない。
どこにもそうだという明記はないわね。
卑劣感！私たち全員はそういう認識だったでしょうが。
そうだぜ兄貴、今さら手のひらを返そうってのか？
明文化されてなくてもそれは間違いなく私たちの共通認識だったはず。話にもならないとおっしゃるのはどうなのかしら。
当主様の碑文を勝手に解釈されるのは困ります。黄金を見つけたらそのものが次期当主になるとどこに記されているというのです。当主様の碑文は当主様が決めたもの。皆さんに決めつける権利などありません。
夏日、落ち着きなさい。
これが落ち着けるというのですか？確かに碑文を解いた功績は素晴らしいと思います。バトラ君にも何かの見返りがあっても良いとは思います。しかしそれが半分というのは明らかに逸脱していますし、それ以上に発見者だから次期当主という論法はなお分かりておりません。
They're fucked. They're fucked. They're so fucked.
卑怯だわ夏日姉さん。今日の昼間にしてた話と全然違う。
同感だぜ。明文化されてなくても碑文を解いたやつが次期当主になるってのは俺たちの不分律で最前提だったはずだ。それをこの土壇場でごちゃごちゃ言い出すのはフェアじゃねえぜ。ああ、フェアじゃねえ。
とにかくこの黄金はお父様の黄金です。お父様の許可なく勝手に分配を決めていいものではありません。
そらない。そら卑怯やで、夏井さん。わしらその話を延々と昼間にしたんやで。昼間の話を全部チャラや言うんか？そらあんまりやで。
多数決で決めればいいのよ。
Well, that's a vote that is going to be won by a majority, most likely, and the majority is probably going to have Balor winning the successorship. Though I'm surprised that Ava is accepting a Balor to become the next head, but you know what? Better Balor than Klaus, let's be honest here. I think Ava thinks it's better that it's Balor than Klaus. And maybe she's also thinking maybe it's better that it's Balor than his own dad, so maybe that's why Ava seems not too upset about Balor finding it. Or she might be planning something already. Who knows?
黄金を 発見したバトラ君が次期当主。
Yep, she's accepting Valor as the next ad.
私も夫も異議はないわ。ルドルフたちは
They're gonna deny, totally, they're gonna deny Valor the successorship. What are you talking about, Ava? Why would you even ask?
ローザは
Actually, you know what? Joking aside, I'm not for sure about Rosa.
異議なんかねえぜ。バトラー、よくやった。
私も異議はないわ。
Oh, she's fine with it.
バトラ君は非分に選ばれた正当な跡継ぎよ。不満ならお父様に直接聞けばいいんだわ。
そうね。夏日姉さんの言った通り、非分の謎を出題したのはお父様。そしてこの黄金の本来の持ち主もお父様だわ。だったらお父様に話を聞くべきじゃないのかしら。バトラ君という発見者はどう扱われるのか、それについて決めていいのはお父様だけのはずだわ。
Oh shit!
それは
だから落ち着けと言ったのだ。
Oh god! You know, I do feel bad for the both of them. I'm gonna be honest here. I do feel bad for the both of them because as soon as Balor got the gold, every single plan of theirs to hide Kinzo's status thrown out the window. They could not get away with anything now. Like, they absolutely could not get away with anything now because Balor has the gold. Oh, I'm laughing as their lives are about to fall apart. Well, okay. Here's a murder mystery that's about to happen, so things are about to get more crazy within Rokkenjima.
ローザとキリエさんの言う通りだわ。お父様に聞きましょうよ、お父様に。もはやね、兄さんたちの出番じゃないのよ。
せやせや、お父さんを連れてこんかい。あんたらじゃ話にならへん。ほんまの親族会議を始めようやないか。眠いから明日にしろっちゅう問題に見えまっか。これ舐めとったらえらい問題になりますぜ。おう、聞いとるんかい。お前らじゃ話にならん言うとるんや。たったとお父さん連れてこんかい。
Wow. This is probably one of the first times that we see Hiyoshi like that. I mean, there is a lot of money in front of them, so it's no wonder why he's losing his patience with Claus and Natsuki.
親族会議っていつもこういうのなんです。
You wanted this! Shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up! You wanted this! You wanted this! Just because everyone's around, you're keeping up a good girl persona. As soon as you're away from the adults, you're gonna be giggling and laughing all the way over because you love shit like this, Erika. I'm already characterizing her, I'm sorry. But I'm betting you, Erika is loving what she's seeing.
俺が知るか。
腹の中ではいつもこうなのでしょうね。
Yep, knew it. I was right! I was on the mark!
どうも、この場は金蔵さんじゃないと収められなくなるみたい。子供の喧嘩に余命あとわずかと宣告されてる今になってもまだ呼び出されるなんて。
You can't do that to me mid-yawn! Come on, Erika!
どういう気持ちかしらね、金蔵さん。それを想像、いいえ、推理するのもおつなものです。
The parents ignored Valor and Erika and kept yelling at each other on and on. Even though Valor had more or less imagined that this sort of thing happened behind the scenes, this was the first time he had seen it. He had suspected it since 6 years ago, and he'd been able to get a pretty good idea of what this was like by the darkening expressions on his parents' face when this time of year drew near. However, this argument his relatives were having before his very eyes was much more ugly than he had imagined. He was very glad that he'd called the adults out here without letting the cousins catch wind of anything. Damn. Perhaps because everyone was tired out from this seemingly endless argument, they took a short break. It was decided that this family conference inside the Gold Land should be moved over to the mansion. This place may have been gorgeous, like a VIP room, but there was no ventilation, and it was a little cold. It wasn't well suited for a long conversation. They thought of the possibility that someone might carry the gold away while the backs were turned. But it wasn't as if anyone could manage much with just human hands in a small amount of time when they had 10 tons of gold to deal with. Oh man. This episode's already beating episode 4. I'm just gonna say this now. Episode 4. What was episode 4 compared to this? Episode 4. I don't want to say anything bad about episode 4, actually. No, I'm gonna end this joke. But you know what? Episode 5, 10 out of 10. Holy crap. I'm not even halfway through, and I'm already saying that this is probably one of the best of the episodes I've read so far. I'm probably gonna say that about episodes 6, 7, 8, so be prepared for that. They thought of the possibility that someone might carry the gold away while their backs were turned. But it wasn't as if anyone could manage much with just human hands in a small amount of time when they had 10 tons of gold to deal with. In fact, it even seemed as though having this mountain of gold in the background was robbing them of the ability to make sound decisions. So they agreed to return to the mansion, in part so they could regain their composure and continue the conference more ruthlessly. Damn. That was quite the great scene in the Golden Land.
それでは私は今夜はこれで失礼します。これ以上はお邪魔でしょうから。
You caused the chaos and now you're just gonna leave. Yep. You know what? I'm not surprised.
お、悪いな。気を使わせちまったか。
あなたへのお礼は明日改めてさせてちょうだいね。恥ずかしいところを見せてごめんなさい。
あなたは辞退すると言ったけど、私たちはあなたへの感謝の気持ちを込めて第一発見者の一人にふさわしい分け前を用意させていただくわ。ねえ兄さん。
君ほどの人が我々の事情は察してくれると思うね。
20 billion yen in gold wasn't something they wanted out in the open. They didn't want an outsider like Erika telling people about it. Of course, Erika had already deduced that much. She wore an unpleasant smile on her face, as though she understood all too well.
私のことはお気になされなくて結構です。もちろん妨害する気はありません。したところで証拠を示せぬ限り誰も信じないでしょうし、今夜は良いものを見せてもらいました。感服でしたので私はこれでもう十分です。
She's not even hiding it.
そうね、10トンの黄金なんてなかなか見られるものじゃないもんね。
Getting to see the gold was the feast for the eyes? Of course not! From Erika's dark nature, it was easy to guess what she was so happy about seeing. I thought about telling her to get the hell out of here already, but I wanted out myself. I tried to head back to the guest house, along with Erika. However, Kyrie-san grabbed my shoulder. You're not getting out of this one, Valor.
バトラ君はダメよ。あなたも一緒に来てちょうだい。
せやせや。君は今や立派な次期当主なんやね。お父さんにお目通りして早くそれを認めてもらわんとな。
それを決めていいのは当主様だけです。 手なことを決めないように。
バトラ、面倒だろうがもうしばらく付き合ってもらうぜ。お前は何も言うな。黙ってうつむいてりゃいい。分かった。
好きにしやがれ。
It would have been easy to say that I had no interest in being successor to the head. But I was sure that would only add more oil to the fire. Even if I hadn't been ordered to keep quiet, I was certain that saying shut up like a clam was the wisest thing to do. He's definitely paralleling Kinzo right now. He's definitely paralleling Kinzo right now because Kinzo was forced to become the next successor to the head. That's what's happening to Balor right now. Oh jeez. In that case, would it really be so bad if they just let me go back to the guest house? Dad put his arm firmly around my shoulder, and I told him to quit crowding me. But it didn't make any difference. And Balor was sucked into the family conference. Well then.
気分解けたな。お前のお望み通りに。お前がゲームマスターの時にはいつも手紙が来るもんな。碑文を解いてみろ。解けなきゃ皆殺しだ。みたいな。
Yes. They found the gold. They solved the epitaph. You have not. Why did she want us to solve the riddle of the epitaph? By solving it, we found a mountain of gold. Yippee for us. And what about Beato? Does she gain anything by having us find the gold? Or does she lose something?
チェスパン思考にのっとる限り、人は自らが損になる一手は打たない。だからお前は、俺たちが碑文を解くことで何か得をするはずなんだ。
いいえ、碑文を誰かが解くことで、この子が何かを得ることはありません。
What? Then what? Okay, I'm not gonna ask questions. Balor's gonna ask them for me.
いいのか？こいつに断らずに、勝手に赤き真実を使っちまっても。
この子もそれを望むでしょうから。
Vergilia, who had suddenly appeared there, gave me an immediate answer to my question with the red truth.
俺は過去に、ベアトが碑文を俺たちに解かせようとするのは、黄金の隠し場所を見つけさせて、横取りするためだと推理したことがある。それも違うのか？
はい。第一、もともと黄金鏡の黄金はこの子のもの。見つけさせる必要も、横取りする必要も何もありません。
So, wait, she said the gold was already hers from the start. The witches, or the person who's supposed to represent the rich. Okay, that might be an indirect way of flat out denying my Rosa theory if the person who's supposed to represent Beatrice already had the gold. Yeah, okay, whoever is supposed to represent Beatrice had the gold this whole time. And yes, I accidentally did a right click. I'm gonna continue on, but still, whoever Beatrice is supposed to represent has the gold already. But they have nothing to gain from someone else finding it. But at the same time, it seems that whoever has the gold is either keeping it well secret, or the person who has the gold doesn't see a need of use for it. So that X's out Klaus, Natsui, Ava, Hideyoshi, Kyrie, Rudolph, and Rosa from likely being the representation of Beatrice. Because all of them needed money, all of them are in financial troubles, if they had the gold, they would have used it. They would have used it if they had the gold. So the representation of Beatrice had the gold, from what Vergilia's saying. I'm basing her words off of the fact that Beatrice is supposed to represent someone within the 17. It can't be Kenzo because he's dead. So there's already about 8 people that are basically not Beatrice, the representation of Beatrice. There's 8 people that are not the representation of Beatrice already that I can conclude. So that just leads to the question of, there's 10 people remaining who could be the representation of Beatrice. I mean, okay, I'm gonna X out more people now. So, the representation of Beatrice has to be among the 17 that are alive, meaning Kenzo is excluded. And the person who is the representation of Beatrice had the gold. They have the gold. So, they have no use of it, as from Vergilia's Red Truth. So, that X's out Klaus, Natsui, Ava, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, Kyrie, and Rosa. That X's out all 7 of them. And by relation, I'm gonna X out Maria and George. I'm also gonna X out Ballard by relation as well. But, I'm not gonna X out Jessica just yet. Of course, this is just based off of new idea thinking now, but Jessica is the only one that's still on Rokenjima. So it's still very possible that she might be the representation of Beatrice, but at the same time, that could be false. Though, using storytelling methods, it could actually make a little bit of sense if the story directs that Jessica could be the representation of Beatrice, because in episode 1, she was the one who encouraged Ballard to find out the truth. What does Beatrice want Ballard to do? Find out the truth. So storytelling-wise, Jessica could assist in the ways of being the representation of Beatrice. Though, of course, there's no other proof to, fully, state that she, can be the real representation of Beatrice. There's no other proof other than that small detail of her having a similar goal to Beatrice in episode 1. Though there's also Erika's brutality towards Jessica. Now, it might be because Jessica, denounced her skills. Or, it could be Burn Castle's hidden, Burn Castle secretly jabbing at Jessica, because Jessica could very well be the influence of Beatrice, the representation of Beatrice in Balor's mind. So I'm not gonna X out Jessica just yet, though it's still very up in the air, meaning, oh my god, that means the representation of Beatrice is only up to the servants and Nanjo now, because, oh my god, yeah, it's up to the servants now. It's up to the servants who is the representation of Beatrice, because I know that there's one person who is the representation of Beatrice, because Vergilia is the representation of Kumasawa, and Renove is the representation of Genji. So that kind of X's out Genji and Kumasawa. So that leaves only 4 people remaining who will be the representation of Beatrice, which is Nanjo, Shannon, Cannon. Okay, it's not Goda. So it's either Cannon, Shannon, or Nanjo. It's only those 3. Everything's leading back to which Nanjo might had. But maybe I've been overlooking Shannon and Cannon, because they were aware of previous loops. That might be because they're furniture, or they might be more in depth with Beatrice. Okay, I'm gonna finish out the scene, but deduction-wise from these red truths, if Beatrice is supposed to be a representation of someone, I've already narrowed down to 3 people. Though, of course, more things may come out that completely destroy my assumption, so yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but things are coming together now. Things are clicking. If there's representations of one person with a magical form, that means Beatrice has a form. Well, Actually, no, I didn't X out Jessica yet, so it's either Nanjo, Shannon, Cannon, or Jessica. For which right now my mind's definitely leaning towards Jessica, though I'm not gonna X out Shannon and Cannon because I mixed them up. Shannon and Cannon. I apologize for that. But yeah, it still could be Shannon and Cannon because of their awareness of previous game boards. And, well, there's no real proof that says Nanjo... Actually, wait. Money, gold, holder of the gold. Nanjo might be... Actually, that might X Nanjo out because of his sick granddaughter. He would have definitely used the gold to help his sick granddaughter. He would have used the gold to help his sick granddaughter. So Nanjo is not the holder of the gold. He's not the holder of the gold. So, that only leaves it to Shannon, Cannon, and Jessica now. That only leaves it up to those three. One of those three is the representation of Beatrice. I think this is a fitting song. This is a fitting song for this deduction because I'm getting close to possibly figuring out who Beatrice might represent. And my reasoning just sucks. I'm gonna be honest here, my reasoning behind everything, it sucks. It sucks. But, it's getting me to some conclusions. It is getting me to some conclusions using storytelling methods. Using the methods of storytelling, this is where it's leading to. It's leading to the reveal that either Jessica, Shannon, or Cannon is the representation of Beatrice in the magical form. It's one of those three. It's one of those three, and I'm leaning towards Jessica right now. I'm still leaning towards Jessica because she has a deep relationship with Shannon and Cannon, so that could also, you know, help describe how they, you know, are able to be aware of other game boards as well as their magical powers. So, yeah, Jessica could be the representation of Beatrice. But why would she have the gold? Like, okay, I can probably think of a way that Balor could have hurt Jessica 6 years before. Like, yeah, that definitely... Balor's sin definitely could relate to Jessica then. Balor's sin could definitely relate to Jessica then. But, the only thing that seems off is... Why would Jessica get the gold in the end? Why would Jessica have the gold? That's the biggest issue. Like, Jessica would not have a use for the gold. That's one thing I will state. Jessica will not have a use for the gold because she doesn't know what to do with it. But at the same time, why would she have the gold? And why didn't her parents know about it? Why didn't her parents know about it? Why would she get the gold? Would Kenzo actually tell maybe Genji to let Jessica find out the location of the gold and have her be the gold holder? That doesn't make sense at all. Why would Kenzo do that to Jessica? Why would he give that to Jessica? Because I don't think Kenzo likes Jessica. Yeah, I don't think Kenzo likes Jessica because of how... Actually, I don't remember why Kenzo dislikes her. Yeah, Kenzo didn't like Jessica, so it doesn't make sense that he would give the gold to Jessica. I feel like I'm getting so close, but I cannot get into a deduction. Of course. Beato is Beatrice the Golden. She's the master of the Golden Land, and Ushimiya family alchemists. That makes total sense. However, if that's true, that makes me even more confused. Even if someone exposes the answer to the epitaph's riddle, Beato gains nothing. No, to the contrary, she might get her own gold stolen away.
なら、ますますにわからない。
Same.
非分殺人はわかる。後ろ宮家に対する復讐とか、あるいは魔女としての力を復活させるための儀式とか。こいつなりの理由や目的があってやってるんだろうからな。だが、非分の謎を解けというのにはどんな意味があるんだ？
As a hint to who she may actually be? A hint to who she may actually represent? That's the only thing I can think of. That's a hint. It's a hint. it's a hint of who she is, but yeah, that's all I can think of.
俺たちが解いても解かなくても、こいつに得るものは何もない。つまり、ベアトにとって、碑文の謎が解ける解けないという問題は、無価値なものなんだ。
そうですね。碑文の謎が解けても解けなくても、この子にとって得るものは何もありません。
Like, all I can really think of is she's doing it as a sort of hint towards her identity. Yeah, I'm trying to solve the questions as they're being asked now with knowledge of the question arcs, but I'm just gonna play the game.
解けても解けなくても、それはつまり、碑文の謎自体がベアトにとって無価値だということになるんじゃないのか。
そうですね。碑文の謎はこの子にとって何の意味もない。
Yeah, I actually did get up with a second idea. The riddle was not even a part of Beatrice's whole grand thing. That might have just been Kenzo. Or maybe not. Why would she send the letters? Why would she send the letters? That's my issue. Why would she send the letters? Because Kinto could not have sent the letters unless he told one of the servants to do that after he passed away for the next family conference, but why didn't they do it in 1985? Like, her involvement with the epitaph and her pushing everyone to, do the epitaph is in and of itself kind of a paradox. Why would she do that? I really do not know.
ならばそれを無価値であると極論しても言い返せないかもしれませんね。
Beato, why are you making us solve the riddle of the epitaph? If we liken the witch you are to a pair of scales, the epitaph murders lie on one plate, and the riddle of the epitaph lies on the other plate. Because she's saying that she'll stop the epitaph murders if the epitaph is solved. In other words, the epitaph murders and the epitaph's riddle are worth the same to Beato. Oh. Like two sides on a balanced scale. That means the epitaph's riddle and massacring the entire family have equal significance from Beato's point of view? Does that mean... Wait, does that mean... the killing of his family also, she gains... Okay, she gains nothing from... Oh! She gains nothing from the murders of the family! That's what it's going for! She gains nothing from that either! Oh! But Virgilia responded with the red text. Regardless of whether the epitaph is solved or not, Beato has nothing to gain. If she has nothing to gain, then this epitaph's riddle is meaningless and immaterial to Beato. In that case, how much are the epitaph murders, which lie on the other side of the scales, and are equal to the epitaph's riddle in value? Worth to her? Think. Don't stop thinking. The epitaph murders and solving the riddle of the epitaph have equal worth. As long as the epitaph murders, which are Beato's goal each time, have this single way that they can be stopped, a way that she decided on herself, both are worth the same to her. X equal Y. And whether the epitaph's riddle is solved or not, Beato gains nothing. Y equals 0. So in this case, what is X? Which in gold. Symbol. Oh, wait a second. Fowler just connected the dots. The epitaph murders and the epitaph solving. Riddle. Both do not equal anything to her.
それじゃ、非分殺人もまた無意味、無価値ってことになっちまうぞ。
There it is!
こいつはご丁寧に予告状を出し、碑文に沿うように順番にバレないように次々殺していくというめちゃくちゃ面倒な手間を払ってまで毎度あのおかしな連続殺人を起こしてるんだぜ。その意味がなくなっちまうじゃねえか。
Oh, what is this connecting to? Oh my gosh, this is connecting to the murders in Riddle are meaningless to her. What does that connect to? Wait, if it's meaningless, why did she commit them? Why did she commit them? Why did she send the letter? Why did she do the murder? She... Oh my god. Wait a fucking second. Wait a second. Is this implying what I think it's implying? Oh my fucking god! Beato... The representation of who Beato is. It didn't do the murders. That's it. Because there's no... Okay. If you kill someone, there's always a meaning behind why you killed someone. So, if the epitaph murders mean nothing to Beato, the representation of who Beatrice is not responsible for the murders then. That's what this is implying, right? This is what this is implying, right? If it's meaningless, then why do it? Oh my god, wait. Is this leading to the direction that Beato didn't commit the crimes, though she is taking the blame for it? Hold on. What is your goal here? Why are you taking blame for a murder that you didn't do then? Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Beato? There's gotta be an ulterior motive to that then. There's gotta be an ulterior motive to make Valor be convinced that you are the murderer and he has to solve why you killed people. The game was never about who killed who. The game was about whether or not Beato was a witch. Oh my god. Everything's coming together now. She's using the massacre as a means to argue with Valor. In a battle that she never wanted to win to begin with. Oh, this is actually a really sad story. This is a really sad story, but I think I know Beato's motivation now. I think I know what Beato's goal is. She is pretending to be the evil witch that massacred Valor's entire family in order for Valor to figure out the truth about who she is. Because Valor doesn't remember. She's trying to get Valor to recognize what he did 6 years ago. And why everything had turned out this way. Oh my god! I think I'm catching on to it! Oh, I'm catching on to it! I think I know what Beato is doing! But wait! That means all that there is left to do is to see who exactly Beato is. If I already catch on to what I believe her goal is, I gotta catch on to who she is, who has this goal. I think my gray cells just sprung into action. My gray cells just sprung into action. I don't even need to be a detective to figure stuff out, I bet. I just need to know how stories are structured. That's it! That is it! Beato's goal, this whole time, was to get Valor to figure out who they really were. They never wanted to win. Even from the beginning, they never wanted to win. They were just playing a character to get Valor motivated into figuring out this mystery, once and for all. Oh my god! So, Beato could be innocent, and she's just using the murders to her advantage. That's a little bit... Okay, that's a little bit weird, but... You know what? I'm digging this. I'm gonna go with this. You know what? Fuck it, I'm going with this. Screw the Rosa stuff. I said. I'm throwing it out the window. 5 episodes after I said it, I'm already throwing it out the window. But you know what? I like this. I like this Beato. She's trying to get Valor to understand who she is through this game. Oh my god. I probably should have waited till the end of the scene to say all that because I might get another Lambda Delta moment where everything I said totally gets debunked, but you know what? You know what? I got too excited and I just talked. I got too excited and I talked. I flipped over the chessboard many times, exploring Beato's moves. This was always the first place I stumbled. The significance of the Epitaph murders. Why did she have to commit serial murders in a way that reproduced the witch's epitaph? If she wanted to kill the whole Shiramiya family for revenge, it would be much simpler, safer, and more reliable if she just put poison into their food. Into their dinner. Or else went around killing people one by one in the middle of the night while they were sleeping. However, on the first evening, Beato sent us a letter that sounds like an advance notice, and then carries out what could be broadly described as a 3-part serial murder. Killing 6 people on the first twilight, 2 on the second, and 5 on the fourth and later. We aren't fools. Once the first murders occur, we barricade ourselves in somewhere to stave off any further murders. Furthermore, we quickly suspect the culprit among us and start analyzing each other's alibis. As the victims increase, the number of suspects decreases automatically, and Beato's chances on completing the serial murder drop closer and closer to 0. Everything about the Epitaph murders is full of useless ornament and empty decoration. That only seems to make it harder for her to carry out the serial murder. Cause... Why would she do that, though? Oh my god. I mean, the game boards are not to be believed as the truth, though. So maybe the game boards are the multiple ways that she's trying to show a vision into who she is. Each of the game boards she creates. Though, of course, this 5th one is just a retelling by someone else. So, yeah, this 5th one's just a retelling from someone else from a different perspective. Interesting!
そうなりますね。おかしな子ですね。
知ってるか？ミステリー小説では、こういう非分殺人のことを見立て殺人という。この見立て殺人が行われる理由を、俺は3つに大別できると思ってる。
伺いましょう。
一つは、非分に沿うことで、証拠やアリバイをごまかし、犯人に利するためだ。死んだふりをして、自らを犠牲者に混ぜる古典もこれだし、非分に沿わずに殺人を犯し、その発生順序を誤解させることによって、アリバイを作るのもこれだ。
なるほど。非分に沿って儀式的に殺していると見せかけて、実は自分に利するように誘導しているわけですね。面白いと思います。
だが俺たちのゲームでは死者が赤でとどめを刺されちまう。ゲーム版の世界ではごまかせても、ここから俯瞰する俺たちはごまかせない。だからこの最も王道となる目的は違うってことになる。
となると見立て殺人を行うあと2つの理由は？
一つは偶然。意図せずして行った連続殺人がたまたま非分をなぞる形になり、目撃者たちが勝手に見立て殺人だと誤解するケース。人間はどのような事象にも因果性を求めてしまう。きっとそうに違いないと思ったら、そう見えてしまう生き物だ。
And usually coincidence is just a reason that always gets me to roll my eyes.
なるほど。それも面白いですね。ですがどうでしょう。この子のゲームでは第一の晩の殺人以前に常に事件が予告されている。そして明白に非分殺人を遂行していることを示す手紙や状況証拠が次々に見つかるはずです。
ああ、そうだな。偶然なんかじゃない。 ベアトは初めから非分殺人を見せつける目的で遂行している。俺たちが誤解してるんじゃない。これは明白な見立て殺人なんだ。だからこの理由でもない。
となると最後の一つの理由になりますね。
最後の一つは見せつけること。
That's it.
つまり恐怖だ。非分に沿うということは殺人が連続するという明白な予告だ。生存者たちは続くに違いない殺人にずっと怯えさせられることになる。
Not exactly, but she does this to show the murders of someone, but not for the same reason, I think. If I go by what I was saying earlier, I think. No, that could be absolutely wrong too. Okay, she reacted to that one.
つまりこの子は死の恐怖を味わわせるために非分殺人を。
Oh, that was close with that one. He was close with that one, but the reasoning was off. But the main description, she was trying to show it to someone that was getting close. That's why she reacted.
と思うと割と収まりがいい。グロい遺体損壊も悪趣味な装飾も全て俺たちを怖がらせるための演出。
誰を怖がらせるためなのですか？
だからそれは俺たちを。
Oh, Virgilia's recognizing how close he's getting. After hearing that one line, Virgilia spoke so casually. My thoughts clouded over me once again. Is it really enough? To just use the vague word, us? There are a lot of people in the Ushiyamiya family. There's the head, and the one who holds the rank of his successor, grandfather and Uncle Klaus. Our parents, who have some pull in the business world. On the other side, you have the young cousins, who usually visit at most once a year. And the unfortunate servants, who just happen to be on duty. Even if the culprit hated all of us, they probably didn't hate all of us equally. In other words, they might have made it clear which of those among us they particularly wanted to take revenge against and terrify. If we liken this to a kid eating dessert, isn't the strawberry on top of a shortcake the part you should eat last? No one tells you that you shouldn't eat it first, but our mentality leads us into saving it for later. Really? Huh. You know, I guess I've been seeing people eat cake incorrectly for years now, because a lot of people I've met eat the strawberry first. I don't really eat cake that much, so I don't have any opinion on this, but usually I see people eat the strawberry first. Maybe that's just something I see, I'm not 100% sure, but I see people eat the strawberry first, then the cake.
じゃあ最も恨んでいる人物を最後まで残してみるってことになるよな。ああ、俺の好きな小説の好きなキャラが言ってたぜ。そいつの親しいものから先に殺していって悲しみを味わわせてから最後に本人を殺すってのが。
Wait a second. Did I feel? Wait a second.
一番恐ろしい殺し方なんだ。みたいなことを。
I have a feeling I know who he's referring to. Oh my god! Is this a reference? You know, even if I say the title of the series, it's already a big spoiler. It's already a big spoiler, but you know what? Okay. Higurashi spoiler incoming in 3, 2, 1. Is he referring to Shion? I feel like that was Shion's plan with Mion and Higurashi. Yeah, no, that is so... No! Shion so said this in Miyakashi. She so said that in Miyakashi. There's no doubt about it. She definitely said something like this in Miyakashi. Or I'm remembering Miyakashi wrong. But I have a feeling this is a reference to Miyakashi. Because Shion said something similar because, well, she had killed everyone close to Mion first, and she was saving Mion for last. Yes, no, this is so a Shion thing that she said. This is so a reference to Shion.
おやおや、恐ろしい小説もあったものですね。くわばらくわばら。
じゃあ、最後まで生き残る奴が最もベアトに恨まれてるって論法になるぜ。しかし、毎回殺される人間も順序もめちゃくちゃじゃねえか。
But there's been one thing that's consistent. Who was the last one alive every time?
最終的には死ぬにせよ。最後の晩まで毎回生き残る奴なんて。
Finally caught on? He got on. Oh no, I'm about to choke. Oh no, I swallowed. Damn it! I fell at that time. I cannot drink water. There's only me.
先に赤で申し上げておきましょう。バトラ君は犯人ではありませんよ。
I expected as much.
バトラ君は誰も殺してはいません。これは全てのゲームにおいて言えることです。
Okay. Well, that throws out any theory I might have had about Balor being the culprit, but you know what? I'm fine with that.
ならなおのこと、俺ってことになる。こいつが非分殺人を起こす唯一の理由は、俺に見せつけるためってことになる。
Beato's always making out that she chooses who to kill next by roulette. But I'm an exception. The only exception. Though she does kill me in the end, she always leaves me be until the very last moment. And all these supposedly... Alright, I think I'm good now. I'm gonna get one more sip of water. I really messed up my throat this video by continuously drinking water wrong, I'm sorry. In all these supposedly random games, there's only this one unchanging constant.
こいつは俺に復讐を
Dead angle.
俺に恐怖を味わわせるために非分殺人を行っているというのか。
それは違います。恐怖を味わわせるのが目的ではありません。
Yes!
誰かに復讐するためのものでもありません。
They want someone to know her, know who she is. Come on, that's what this is going for, right? This is what this is going for.
なら、やはり非分殺人には意味なんてないことになる。非分の謎も無意味。対となる非分殺人も無意味。X イコール Y イコール0。だが、その無意味をこいつは明白に俺に対して見せつけている。
いや？
無意味なことと同価値の何を俺に求めているんだ。わからねえ。考えれば考えるほどにこいつが何を考えてるのか俺にはわからねえ。
Alright, so it's definitely she's trying to give him a message then. Beatrice, the fickle witch who committed a meaningless, worthless serial murder. Even the riddled epitaph, which she made into a condition to suspend the serial murders, is meaningless, immaterial. And she's thrusting this meaningless, immaterial thing in front of my face. What is it that you want from me? Or else, what is it that you want to give to me? My idea that Beato must have been taking revenge on me has already been refuted and read by Virgilia. Both X and Y. Both the epitaph murders and the epitaph's riddles mean nothing to Beato. X equal Y equals 0. However, since she's thrusting that in front of me, it must have some meaning. She presents us a pair of scales representing, if you don't solve this epitaph, I'll carry out the epitaph murders. Neither the epitaph murders nor the epitaph's riddle have any significance by themselves. However, it becomes meaningful when she puts both halves on the scales and thrusts it out before us. No, before me. In other words, it should be like this. X equals 0. Y equals 0. X plus Y is greater than 0. Wait. That's greater than, right? Yeah. A scale with meaningless, weightless things on both sides. However, it has weight itself, and gives the rest meaning. Rock, paper, scissors is the most immediate method of randomly determining a winner and loser. You must usually bet some sort of privilege on the outcome. But kids often do rock, paper, scissors just to play, without betting anything in particular. Unless you bet something, nothing but a feeling of joy or disappointment will come from a win or a loss. In other words, the two sides of the scale, winning and losing, are both valueless. However, the very act of seeing which way it will tip is the reason kids play rock, paper, scissors. After all, the kids are enjoying the communication that surrounds the game. And they aren't purely interested in the value of winning or losing. They aren't overtly concerned about who wins or who loses.
それじゃベアトにとって非分殺人は成功してもしなくてもいいものってことになっちまう。
I totally butchered that line, didn't I? Who wins or loses? No. They aren't overly concerned about who wins and who loses. Yeah. Also, I said overtly. I'm sorry. That would mean that it doesn't matter to Beato whether the epitaph murders succeed or not.
まるでその過程そのものを楽しんでいるかのようにさえ思える。以前の俺なら無意味な殺人を繰り返す非道な魔女だと決めつけこいつを罵っただろうさ。だが今の俺にはそうとは思えない。
ありがとう。だから赤をもう一つ与えましょう。
Oh, here we go.
ベアトは快楽目的で殺人を行っていることはありません。
Did she commit a murder at all? Did she commit a murder at all? She didn't do it for pleasure, and she didn't do it to make anyone feel fear. She has nothing to gain from the epitaph murders, and she doesn't care whether they succeed or fail. It's almost like a random game kids would play.
違う、意味があるんだ、こいつには。
意味とは何ですか？
わからない。天秤の両端は無価値で。こいつにとってこの天秤はしっかりと重みあるものなんだ。
Of course it isn't meaningless. Some meaning definitely exists. In the previous game, she urged me to remember my sin of 6 years ago. Was that meaningless too? No. There's no way that's the case. I clearly remember the serious look in her eyes at that moment. Unfortunately, I didn't have a clue what she was talking about. And she was devastated. That's right. At the time, I'm sure she even went so far as to say that the crime wouldn't have occurred if I hadn't come.
意味はあるんだ。こいつにとっては意味がある。そしてそれを俺に求めてる。
Okay, this is the first time we heard an actual small voice for Beato this chapter. Episode. I laughed softly and poked Beato slightly on the head, then patted her head.
ラブレターには次からは好きですと短く書くことを勧めるぜ。あまり回りくどくて難解だと意味が伝わらねえぞ。こいつが何を考えてるのか あ、だが。
Oh, sorry, Balor.
俺は考えることをやめないぜ。まだまだチェス盤をひっくり返せ。お前の思考をたどる旅を。俺は絶対にくじけないからな。
You know, I was expecting for the Umineko no Noku Korni Chiru Nocturne Witch Illusions caption to be, you know, caused by the two bushes coming on the top and bottom of the screen. The True Family Conference. The True Family Conference? Oh, the next chapter sounds so cool, but I'm gonna have to save it right here. I'm gonna have to save everything right here because that's the end of this session, but oh my god.
Okay.